with last lesson, just a continuation of last lesson, I forgot to do the area of a rhombus or a kite. And the area of a rhombus or a kite is half times x times y, or half times the product of the diagonals. So I forgot to do this formula. So if you've got the rhombus, remember a rhombus has 4 equal sides, and x and y are the lengths of the diagonals. Okay? So that whole thing there would be x, and this whole thing here would be y. I can put those measurements outside so that you can see them. So that's the area of a rhombus, half the product of the diagonals, x and y. And a kite is the same formula. The other thing with a rhombus, diagonals bisect each other at right angles. With a kite, it's the same formula again, half times x times y, where x and y. The reason I'm drawing the diagonals outside, because if I just put, say, x here, you're not going to know where I'm talking about. So with these diagonals, if that's one diagonal, I'm just drawing it out there so that you can see it. And the other diagonal is like this in blue. That's that length. But often we'll draw the diagonals, we'll draw the lengths on the outside. Again, there's one diagonal, the blue one. And here's the other diagonal, the yellow one. Okay? So area of a rhombus and kite is half x, y, half the product of the diagonals. The next thing I want to do is convert area units. Are we ready? When we convert area units, I'm going to convert length units first and then the area units. So, for example, we know that 1 centimetre equals how many millimetres? Anyone? 10 millimetres. So that's the conversion of length. When you've got squared units, you're converting area. When you're converting length, they're ordinary units. So length conversion, 1 centimetre is 10 millimetres. Another length conversion might be that 1 metre is how many centimetres? 1 metre is how many centimetres? 100 centimetres. Another length conversion might be that, all right, well, we'll just start with those. With the area conversion, if I square both sides, I get what you do when you want to convert from centimetres squared to millimetres squared. It's like you're doing this conversion twice. So 1 centimetre is 10 millimetres, but 1 centimetre squared is not 10 millimetres squared, it's 10 times 10. You do it twice or you double the zeros. So you either do the conversion twice or you just double the zeros. What would you like to do? The conversion twice? So we go 10 times 10. What's 10 times 10? Yeah, so 1 centimetre squared is 100 millimetres squared. Notice that I've doubled, so I'm doing the conversion twice because 1 centimetre squared is a centimetre times a centimetre, all right? So we know that 1 metre is 100 centimetres. But if we want to convert from metres squared to centimetres squared, we know that to do the ordinary conversion that's not squared, we do it once. But if we want to do a squared area conversion, we do the conversion twice. Okay, so that's 4 zeros, 10,000 centimetres squared. Now, the reason this works, I'll just draw it down here. I'll just show you why it all works. If this is 1 metre and this is 1 metre, then the area of this is 1 metre times 1 metre, which is 1 metre squared. Now that is exactly the same as me drawing this square. 1 metre is 100 centimetres and 1 metre is 100 centimetres. So the area of this, they're identical, these squares. They're just written in different units. It's 100 centimetres times 100 centimetres, which is 10,000 centimetres squared. That's why we can see why 1 metre squared is equal to 10,000 centimetres squared. all right? But what you're going to learn, and I can do that for all the different types of units, okay? But we can see that 1 metre squared is 1 metre times 1 metre. But it's the same as doing 100 centimetres times 100 centimetres because 1 metre equals 100 centimetres. So therefore, we can say that these two areas, 1 metre squared equals 10,000 centimetres squared. But the easiest thing to do is to write down what the length conversion is and then write down the area conversion next to it. Basically, you're doing the length conversion twice because it's squared. So it will work with, I can put another one down here. So, for example, if 1 kilometre is 1,000 metres, that's a length conversion. The area conversion, 1 kilometre squared, we have to do it twice, is 1,000 metres times 1,000 metres, okay, which is 6 zeros, 1 million metres squared, okay. So if 1 kilometre is 1,000 metres, then 1 kilometre squared, you have to do the 1,000 twice, 1,000 times 1,000 metres, both. You'll get 1 million metres squared. There is one more area conversion that you need to know, and it's 1 hectare. Now you just learn this one, and the symbol is HA. 1 hectare means 100 metres times 100 metres. Okay, so 1 hectare is 100 times 100, that's 10,000 metres squared. Basically, you're not really learning anything new. If you know the length conversion, you automatically know the area ones. Okay, the second one, metres to centimetres, metres squared to centimetres squared, doubling the zeros. Here, kilometres to metres, that's length if it's ordinary units, but this is area, doubling the zeros or doing the conversion twice. The only new one really here is 1 hectare is 100 metres times 100 metres, which is 10,000 metres squared. We're going to do some examples. Convert 56,000 metres squared to kilometres squared. Okay, ladies, we know that we're going from metre squared to kilometre squared. I know that 1 kilometre is 1,000 metres. So 1 kilometre squared is 1,000 times 1,000, which is 1,000,000 metres squared. You can do it like that. All right, now we're going from metre squared to kilometre squared. Small to big units divide. So we go 56,000 metres squared is, you've got to divide it. 56,000 divided by, you can do divided by 1,000 divided by 1,000. Do you want to divide by 1,000 twice, or you can just divide by 1,000,000? It's divided by 1,000,000. So going back 6 places, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, it's 0.056 kilometres squared. Okay, so you write your ordinary length conversion, and the area one underneath it is just squaring both of those. Okay. All right, please also for homework, can you also do exercise 611, questions 1 to 5 as well? Questions 1 to 5. So now you will have done questions 1 through to 6. Okay?